Hi Stampin' friends, as promised, here is the video for this card and another one that's going to be pretty similar. This is called the Sending Flowers die. It is to coordinate with the stamp set, which is Sending You Thoughts. It's a celebration offering, and then the coordinating die, which comes with this with the punched dovetail banner and this scalloped banner, and then these two little cutouts that cut out flowers, and then of course the main image, which is a die like this, and you'll see that the circle die goes right up to the edge. This is a 4" by 5 1/4 piece of cardstock. So it goes almost up to the edge of the 4 inches. So this would be cute on a square or on a full length, as I've done in this, because I'm putting my sentiment at the bottom. So I wanted to show you when you die cut this out. Now this is the way I store mine. Just I keep the stamps on this side and the matching dies on this side on a magnet. So, when this comes apart, it kind of makes a little bit of a mess. You have all these little pieces that come loose. The ones that I did on this was with a white piece of paper, and the one that we're going to use to make our card. But I wanted to show you how pretty it would be with this nice. This is actually old olive, but any green, because then you don't have to color your stems if you use a green background. It would be really pretty in the soft seafoam green, and that's actually the color that I used on this with the gingham background. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. And this is not the seafoam. This is actually the light granny apple green, but I wanted it to just be really soft behind it, so that's why I used that. So, okay, I got that out of there, and I'll get these little pieces back from here. Eventually, someday, I think this will make a really cute look with the die cut flowers. I went ahead and did some, you can see in the yellow, which is like a saffron, and then I used the Flirty Flamingo. And the blue I'm using is the in color Blueberry Bushel. So I think that's a really cute color. And there's a couple of little tiny pieces here that you want to go ahead and get out. The circles in the middle of the flowers don't matter so much because I like to cover those with either a rhinestone bling or a, what do you call it? Pearl. So, and what I did on the background, whatever piece you're going to put behind this, you want to cut it 1/8 of an inch smaller than the 4 inches, just so that you have plenty of room so that it doesn't show at all. So I did that. Oopsie, slidey slide. And then I went ahead and put a little snail on the back. So then you can see here the contrast that makes with it. Whoops, sorry. There we go. And then if I were to put the blue on there, that really pops it. And then the pink and the yellow. So you can see how that would be in green, and then just imagine if I put I probably would leave it white, or maybe stamp on the blue. The blue I used here, of course, is Seaside Spray, the end color from this year. So I might use that on the happy birthday with this one, but you can see what a nice little contrast. And I'll get this up on my blog as well, maybe with a different background color. I haven't decided yet. But anyway, the way that I would adhere this, I colored this using the dark on this one, and the other card I used the light, but this one I used the dark granny apple green. One tip I have for you on this is, as you color it, you'll want to flip it upside down, because you can see there will be color on the side that needs to be applied along here, so that you don't have any white showing. So like each side, as you color it, you'll want to make sure you get it all colored. And so then when you go like this, you might see some new places. Like I just saw a place right there that it looks white. So maybe you don't see it against the white here, but if you put it on this, you will be able to see like right here. I want to put a little bit more green because it's kind of a little bit of white showing through. So if that makes sense. Once you have this die, I think you'll say, oh yeah, that's gotta be done when you color it. Okay, so I've done this, rid of those. And then I'm just going to put a dot of green glue around. Of course, I checked and had this working, and now it wants to act ugly. I use a poker tool to clean off any glue that sticks sometimes down inside there. Let's see. There we are. Little tiny, I don't want to put too much because I don't want to make a mess, because that's easy to do. One thing also, if you're coloring this and you know you're going to, like if you're using this style and you're coloring here, you want to be careful and not color up into the flowers. But like on this one, I colored a little high, but that's not going to matter because I'm going to cover it up with my floral pieces, so no big. Maybe I should have done this ahead of time. Sorry, guys. All right. I think we've all got some glue now. Try to decide here. I think since my card base is blue, I am going to make this one blue. I'll get it fairly even. And if you have trouble getting the getting it covered with the little pieces, you might want to go ahead and color the white part underneath. Might be a good idea. And I think I'm going to make all of my tulips yellow because you see a lot of yellow tulips. They're kind of pretty. There. Scoochy scooch. And then this one. There we are. And another little yellow tulip. There we are. Tiny guys. Whoops. There, changing my mind every little bit. There we are. Then get these little flirty flamingo. A couple of those just to give it variety. Maybe another blue. So, yeah, they like us to use 3 in design, so we can use maybe 3 blue ones and however many pink ones we need to use. There's a place for a pink. And let's see. Good size blue one there. And a pink. I think I'm about finished with this. Then when you go to put your dimensionals on, you'll want to put several dimensionals. You'll want to use all around the edge. You'll need some tiny ones for here where we have it up against the edge. You want to use the mini dimensionals. And then you'll want to use several dimensionals around the edge because you want the circle to like stand up. You don't want it to flop over. So you need them not just in the corners. I usually try to just put them in the corners, but for this one you really want to get them in other places so that it doesn't fall over. Okay, now, so I think that's plenty. I'm ready to take these off. And I want to show you the tip about how to create the happy birthday layered sentiment, because it's really easy, but if you don't think of it, then you haven't thought of it. Okay, I'm ready to mount this on here. You want to use a light touch at first because you want to Be sure that you have it as straight as you can. Okay, that's probably good. And then I'm going to look here. You can see I have a little bit of green, so I'm going to try really carefully to just cover up where I have white on the green. So I don't necessarily want that under each flower. So I want to just kind of fill that in. Kind of scoochy scooch. And then on this card, I went over with my Wink of Stella. Whoopsie, keep doing that. Went over the flowers, the tops of the flowers with the Wink of Stella to add some glitter. I don't know if you can see that, the shine of the flowers, because I think it looks nice with the rhinestones. So on this one, to do this happy birthday, right now we have the mini trimmer that's available when you sign up with Stampin' Up! To be a demonstrator, which it's only $99, and you get way more than that in product normally. And then right now we're giving away the pack of paper and this little mini trimmer with it, so it makes it even better. What I liked about this guillotine cutter, it's very tiny, so it's perfect for travel, but you can lift this up so you can get it just where you want it. So like what I'm gonna do is basically just cut off the edges where the circle perforations are. I'm gonna try to get it as straight as I can. And you can line it up here and you can kind of see what you're doing to get it straight. And I'm gonna cut there, and then I'm gonna turn it around and try to line it up again. And this is one of those things where I'm hoping it works for when I'm showing you, because it worked easily the first time when I was doing it myself, but sometimes whenever maybe I get nervous or something, or am not as patient as I should be when I'm making a video. But anywho, and like you can look at it like this and see if it seems like it's lined up, like you have the same amount of silver showing at the top of it and at the bottom. And I'll see what I think here. Look at it, because I can always put it back in and cut it again, but actually I think that's all right. See what you think. And that looks okay? All right, so then now what I'm gonna do is just take my snail on the back, run it across, and then I've got this where I've done it in the blueberry bushel, and I'm just going to line it up on here, going from end to end. There we go. And what I think that does is just pop it up and make it really, well, there we go. And make it really show the blue and the contrast with the white. Then under this, I want to put some dimensionals, and I'll probably just use the little ones because it's quicker when you're in a hurry to just put the little ones, because they're easy to make sure that they don't show because they're so tiny. So then I'll line it up on here. Get it what looks to be straight. There we are. And then now I want to add some medium-sized pearls inside most of the little flowers that have centers. I guess actually the medium ones might be best for the smaller flowers. I might want to put 3 of the bigger ones. And okay, that wasn't medium, those are small. So I'll put the mediums here on the other flowers, slightly bigger ones. Whoopsie. There we are. And I think this die with the dovetails, with the perforated circles and the dovetailed ends, would also look good with the lovely ladybug. It has that happy birthday with it. And it looks really cute with that too. And that happy birthday, let me show you the one I'm talking about. The one right here, that would be perfect with that too. Oh, and I did not have this straight. That's one good thing about dimensionals. I can just pick them up and fix them. Pop. There we go. Okay, so there is that card. And I will get a card made with this old olive, and I'll get it up to show you on my blog as well with this. anyway, I appreciate your time. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.